Hey guys, welcome back. I have a movie review video for you guys today. Unfortunately, I have like 14 titles here, but I'll be quick with them. So first up is Escape Room Tournament of Champions. Really enjoyed this. I enjoyed the first movie, so I figured I'd check this one out. Definitely a good sequel. Not really much else to talk about. I watched the extended cut, so I don't know. I never watched I never saw it in the theater, so I don't know if it's. I know it's different, but yeah, it's definitely worth a pickup. I got this for $10 at Best Buy when they were having their uh, Black Friday sale. So definitely pick it up if you can find it for cheap. Next up is this is an out of print title. Unfortunately, this one has some like water damage on the back. I just noticed it, but I picked this up used, so it's still worth it. It is Return to House on Haunted Hill. The first one's really the remake is good. This one is okay. I like the kills in here. They're pretty cool. But Jeffrey Combs reprises his role, but unfortunately he does not speak at all. He's just there, so it's really strange. But I liked Amanda Rigetti and Serena Vincent's characters in this, so that's probably why I kept it in the collection. But if you can find this, that's not ridiculously priced, I say go for it. Got a Dollar Tree special here. This is a Echo Bridge release of a film called Nuclear. It's not a bad movie. It's like one of the better ones I've watched over the years from Echo Bridge. But in this movie, you have to like think. So basically, Emma and her mother are on the run following an act of violence committed by her brother. The two hide out in an isolated area near a nuclear power station. So I don't really, if you want to understand the whole situation here, but apparently from what I've read online, and I guess I agree with it, so she witnesses her brother beating her mother to pretty much to death. Some people think he actually did kill the mother, and then she killed him. It doesn't show that, but you're thinking that's probably what happened. Anyway, she meets this boy and begins to hang out with him, but her mother feels Emma is too traumatized by her past to interact. She breaks away from her mother and navigates the hostile setting alone, but finds her dangerous past is haunting her. Again, I guess she thinks her mom's still alive, but she's really not. But like I said, that's just someone's thoughts. I could see that, so I agree with that, but you guys can watch it and let me know what you think of that. Overall, decent movie. I would pay $1 for this. This one I fell asleep to toward the end, but I thought it was pretty cool. This is The Evictors here. This is a Scream Factory release, 1979. This is from the director of the original Town That Dreaded Sundown. This is about... So it all began years ago when the descendants of the original owners of this land fought a bloody battle to prevent foreclosure on the property. That opening scene is ridiculous. They just shooting people up. After that, they were never seen again, but their oath that no one would ever live in their house had led to a startling chain of events. Years later, the Watkins discover the first brutal murders. In a panic, they buy firearms to protect themselves, but nothing seems to keep out the vengeful spirits. So, from what I saw of it, it was pretty crazy, but I gotta go back and watch it again. So, The Evictors. This movie was crazy. This is a Gravitas Adventures release called Bad Impulse. This movie is really weird. So basically, the father of the family gets attacked when he comes home late one night, and then he's I guess looking into security systems, and then this guy an owner of this security system, I guess, company, comes over and talks to him, sets the family down, and then he talks to them about the system, and then they go to the place, and it's like the place is just really bizarre. It's all white. Everyone's dressed in white, and it just seems very odd. And then basically, they're given like tracking devices on their legs, kind of like when you're on house arrest, but it has to pierce the skin and break the skin for blood. I don't know, it's very strange. And then just everything starts hitting the fan, and then weird stuff starts happening to everybody. It like controls your mind. You want to kill people. You want to kill yourself. It's just really, really weird. But I like the acting in here. Paul Sorvino's in here. He plays the security guy, I guess the owner of the company. He's only in here for brief, like maybe 10 minutes at most. But the whole cast of the family worked well together, so I really highly recommend this film. And look out for Rebecca Black. She's in here. She has a little small cameo appearance in here. You know, everybody loves that song Friday, or maybe not, but look into that one. Got a couple of titles here for Thanksgiving, because I watched these on Thanksgiving Day. So when I started Thanksgiving Day, I watched Dutch, another out-of-print title. You know, your classic comedy, Ed O'Neill. So I don't know if anyone who knows Ethan Randall. That's actually Ethan Embry as a kid. I guess that's before he changed his name or whatever. I don't know the whole situation with that, but they paired well together, I thought. Jo Beth Williams plays the mom. E.G. Daily is also in here for a short time. Christopher McDonald plays the kid's father. This was written by John Hughes and directed by Peter Feynman, who did Crocodile Dundee. Yeah, if you can find this for anything other than the ridiculous amounts going on online, I say pick it up. I bought this at Best Buy many years ago for like $10. So glad to have it in the collection. Next up is a 2-movie collection, but I only watched the second movie. I watched Addams Family Values just for the play scene about the first Thanksgiving. Classic. That's all I gotta say about that, guys. Both movies are great, but I just watched the second one for like the millionth time in my life. Next up is a horror anthology on this really slim case DVD. This is a Troma film called Chillers from 1987. There were 5 stories in here, but I only remember 3 of them because I fell asleep. Yeah, I know, I fall asleep all the time. Basically, these are just ghost stories, but I really enjoyed what I saw. So if you guys like cheesy 80s horror anthologies, Chillers might be one for you. Yeah, this is from 2004, so it's like, you know, at least it's not generic. It's pretty cool. It's got like the bus with the demons inside, so I thought that was pretty cool. Got that off eBay for relatively cheap. Vinegar Syndrome title here. I watched Girls School Screamers with this nice slipcover and reversible artwork. And then there's also inside art as well. That's the original artwork, I believe. It's only one Blu-ray in here. So yeah, this is about an all-girls college. Chronically misbehaving students are rewarded for their bad behavior by being assigned the task of cleaning a magnificent old mansion with a deadly past in preparation for its grand reopening by the school. But when the girls discover and use a dusty old Ouija board, they accidentally revive a terrifying evil spirit, which begins dispatching them by cleaver, hook, car, and more. Can they put an end to the carnage before none are left alive? This is from the director of Blades, which I have not seen yet. I still need to pick that up. The original title for this name was called The Portrait, because there's some portrait in the mansion that is haunted. But then Troma took over post-production, and then they changed the name. So anyway, I think I fell asleep toward the end of this movie, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Got some great kills in here, really creepy scenes. So recommend this one, guys. You get extended making of documentary, interviews with the director, assistant director, camera, operator, one of the actors, and sound designer. And then basically the same stuff here. So just and then commentary tracks from them as well. So if you guys picked it up from the sale, this previous Black Friday sale, that would. So I don't think it qualified. Well, it was still there. It was still available. So if you guys picked it up, cool. If not, maybe next halfway to Black Friday sale. All right, now I'm getting started with the Christmas movies I've watched so far this year. I watched 5. First up is The Dorm That Dripped Blood, directed by Jeffrey Abro and Stephen Carpenter. This is from 1981. This one stars a very, very young Daphne Zuniga. If you guys know her from Spaceballs or The Initiation or Gross Anatomy, right? She was in that, right? Let's see here. On the eve of Christmas vacation, the college dormitory stands condemned. The dark halls are vacant and unsafe. Student Joanne Murray and her close friends volunteer to help close down the building, unaware a psychopathic lunatic is hiding in the shadows. As the students disappear one by one, Joanne discovers the horrifying reality that is, if she is to survive, she alone will have to find a way to slay the brutal murderer. This is a very crazy film. I thought it was done pretty well, though. 88 minutes. This particular release is a Synapse release, and you get both the DVD and the Blu-ray inside, as you can see. And then, of course, this is from 2018, and it shows the Kindred on here. So it took them like 3 years to get the Kindred ready to be put on Blu-ray. And yeah, you guys saw that I picked up the Steelbook. Still haven't watched it yet, but it's like I said, it's from the same directors as this movie. This movie has like 3 or 4 different names. There's Death Dorm, The Dorm That Dripped Blood, and Pranks. So I just put it under this one. The reversible artwork says Pranks, but I just put it under D for Dorm. Okay, so I threw this one on the other night. I wasn't really paying much attention to it because only one of the stories is Christmas related, which I watched, and that is Tales from the Crypt. I didn't watch that. I've never actually watched that one, but this one I have. Tales from the Crypt, which is another horror anthology. It is from 1972. I only watched it because of the Killer Santa Claus story on here, which is similar to the Tales from the Crypt one that they did years later for the TV series. So, yeah, and I'll show you right there. That's the story right there. Really creepy. Anything with a creepy Santa Claus breaking into your house and killing you. Yeah. Next up, we have Better Watch Out. This is one of the, what is this from, 2016? 2016. It's entertaining. It's not the best movie in the world, but I had fun with it. I've seen this movie like 3 times now. It's a home invasion horror with a twist. Stars Olivia DeJonge and Levi Miller and Ed Oxenbould. I believe Olivia and Levi were in, weren't they in The Visit with M. Night Shyamalan? I believe those are the kids from that movie. I believe. It's a pretty decent movie. There's a one scene in here that throw back to Home Alone with the paint cans. Everyone should know about that though. So, like I said, I had fun with it. And this is a non-Christmas movie because it takes place on Christmas, and that is Soul Survivor. Basically, it's Final Destination before there was a Final Destination. Basically, it's about this lady who is in a terrible plane crash. She is the only survivor on the plane, and she's haunted by the spirits of everyone that passed away on that plane. And death is trying to hunt her down and find her and take her soul. It's very creepy, very creepy. Very well done though. It's very strange the way some of these, how the actors pulled it off, and the ending is pretty crazy too. I'll leave it at that. So if you guys find this for a cheap price, pick it up. I'm still trying to find the Blu-ray. It is very hard to find, and if you do, it's out of print. So people are gonna be asking for some money. This was directed by Tom Eberhardt, who directed Night of the Comet. So I do have that movie as well. And then I watched this last night. This one is one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time, ever since I saw it at the theater a couple years back. And that is Deadly Games Dial Code Santa Claus. This is a French film from 1989, 2 years before Home Alone, and it had like that Home Alone vibe. So there's certain scenes in this movie that people think that got stolen, but the makers of Halloween the makers of Home Alone said they'd never seen this movie, so I don't know. But anyway, definitely check out Deadly Games. It's about this kid that lives with his mom and his grandpa in a mansion in France. His mom is like an executive for some toy company, so she's busy getting ready for the Christmas season. It's like selling out like crazy, and then there's this like a ski. What is he again? He is a department store Santa Claus who is a deranged maniac on the loose. So he figures out their address, gets down there, and tries to just basically kill the kid and his grandpa. Yeah, but there's one scene in here where a dog ends up getting killed. So just want to forewarn you guys. That's like the saddest scene in the film. Other than that, I really enjoyed this film. So. Deadly Games, Dial Code Santa Claus. Great movie. So that is everything I have as of right now. I will be watching more movies, obviously, for the Christmas season, and I will share my thoughts with you within the next week or two. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful Christmas season, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.